I know you might be wondering, what are your intentions with my daughter? And that's a great question. Very fair question. Hello, everybody. Lev here, and I am so excited to bring to you the very first episode of Level Up with Lev. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. So, hello and welcome to the very first episode of Level Up with Lev. I am Lev, your host, and today I want to cover three things. Number one, who am I? Why should you listen to this show? Number two, what this show is and what it isn't, so what you can expect. And number three, I'm going to give an overview of the episodes that are coming from this mini season. So stay tuned. Who am I? That's a great question. My name is Levon Bigelow, and I am a person on this earth who has gone through some rough times, some challenging situations, and overall just some stressors that could make anybody curl up in their bed and stay there forever. But I chose to get up. I chose to be resilient. And so that's part of what I want to talk to you about throughout this entire show. This show is going to be focused on personal growth and development. So starting only within yourself. Now, eventually, we might talk about how that relates to understanding others and relationships, but that's not where we're at right now. Right now, I'm just sharing concepts about personal growth and development, things that I needed to learn in order to get from point A to point B, which was darker places to much brighter places. And so hopefully that gives you a bit of an overview. I know you might be wondering, what are your intentions with my daughter? And that's a great question. Very fair question. Excellent question indeed. With this show, I would like to share things I've learned along the way and lessons that I've learned, and hopefully inspire others and motivate others who, want to start their own journey of becoming a better version of themselves and reaching their goals and things of that nature. So hopefully it becomes a source of inspiration and motivation, both for you and for me, as I get feedback from you all and you share things that you've learned and things that you're putting into practice in your own lives, and also to form a bit of community. That'd be awesome. I'd love that a lot. Those are my intentions. So we can't talk about what the show is without discussing what it is not. So very importantly, I am not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, or a mental health professional in any shape or form. So the things that I'm sharing are just things that worked for me in my own life, and I'm not formally giving you advice to do any of these things. And so that's my promise to you. I won't tell you to do anything. It's your life. You make the decisions, and if you decide to do anything that I said that I did in my life, that's really on you. It's not on me. So if it works, awesome. If it doesn't, so since this is a place that is seeking community and positivity, I will not be promoting or tolerating rudeness, disrespect, intolerance of others, things of that nature. I know this has all been somewhat general and vague thus far, but if it sounds at all interesting to you, feel free to follow on all social media that you can think of. There's Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and that's where I'll be sharing short form reels here on, wherever you're listening to this. It could be on YouTube, it could be on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to follow, and if you like the episodes, like them. And if you have any thoughts, feel free to reach out to me wherever you'd like to. I'd be more than happy to hear your thoughts. I forgot to mention that I also make daily posts. They used to be called tweets, but daily posts on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter. So if you want to hear or read daily posts from me, they're very short. I promise. They're like a quick thought, maybe a question at the end. Then follow me on X. A little overview of what to expect from future mini seasons and episodes therein. So with season 1, we will be talking about background work and things that I had to learn. These are more like traits and character attributes in order to become a better person by laying a better foundation to start with. So I actually want to dive a little bit deeper into what to expect in season 1, because that was a little vague. And also, I'm not sure if they're actually seasons, however it'll be categorized. Just think of them as seasons. They might just be called sections, right? So in section 1, when we're talking about background work, part 1, this is where I'll be describing truth, self-responsibility and accountability, self-acceptance, which includes vulnerability, compassion, understanding, forgiveness. I also want to talk about desire, decisions, and sacrifice, learning, change, the long game, and progress as the focus. So those are some of the things to expect in section 1. And I know I might have fired off those concepts a little rapid fire, but that's because I'm excited and I hope you are too. With season 2, I'm going to be continuing on the concept of background work, but specifically understanding myself. This is where I'll be describing how understanding my past helped me understand my present so that I could change my present and subsequently my future. Understanding my personality types, how I learn best, bandwidth and capacity, because we only have so much bandwidth and capacity to do things in our everyday lives. And so optimizing that will help optimize your ability to do things in your present. And also influences. And I'm so excited for that one. And mini section number 3 is probably my favorite, my absolute favorite. And this is where I'm going to be talking about lenses, which essentially we all have a different lens through which we view the world. And it's painted by past experiences, beliefs, attitudes, and perceptions, all of that fun stuff. So in subsection, subseason 3, whatever it's called, we'll be talking about perceptions, framing and reframing different situations, mindsets, internal narratives, philosophies, avoiding mental loops, and pivoting. In mini season number 4, we're going to be talking more about the direct things that we need in order to achieve and improve our goals. And so that section is called How to Achieve, Accomplish, and Improve. Direct. So that's part 1. We're going to be talking about the approach that I used, right? Creating a plan and following it, and also setting and tackling goals. And finally, one of the things that I'm most excited for is a framework that I have created. It's something that helps me to conceptualize change in all regards. I use it on a daily basis, and I am so excited for this framework to be shared with you all. It's called the Order Framework. Don't tell anybody I said that. And throughout the show, I will be sharing some productivity tips and tricks that help me when I'm trying to do really anything in my life. And so I may be sharing these and sprinkling these throughout, just like the Order Framework, because I really want to share that as soon as possible. But I do know that having some organization helps convey different topics and themes. But we'll see. We'll see. So I hope that that has provided you with an adequate vision of what's to come and what to expect from the show. We also might have a couple guests on. Who knows? We'll see. And if there are enough questions that come in, then maybe we'll do some Q&A episodes. We'll really just have to feel it out. And with that, the very first episode of Level Up with Lev has come to a close. So thank you very much for your time and your attention. I appreciate your support, and I would appreciate any feedback that you have. So if you have any comments, ideas, questions, feel free to send them to me wherever you can find me. You can find me on all social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, all at Level Up with Lev. And if you follow me on whichever platform that you use to listen to your podcast, then you'll be notified whenever I put out an episode, which at this point I am planning to do every week, very likely on Wednesdays, but that's TBD. Anyhow, thank you very much, and I hope you're doing well.